When Satoshi left the project, he asked Gavin and Andreessen, hey, Gavin, and Gavin had been helping with the project a lot since 2010 and was writing code for the Bitcoin core protocol at that point. And Satoshi said, hey, can I put your email address on the website as somebody that people can contact about the project? And Gavin said, yeah, sure. And what Satoshi didn't tell Gavin at the same time, by the way, when I add your email to there, I'm going to remove mine. So that's what Satoshi did. So Satoshi literally put Gavin's contact information on the website and removed Satoshi's own information. So like Satoshi turned over the project to Gavin right then and there. And Gavin wanted some help and some other people to help with it. So Gavin, in addition to having keys to now they're using GitHub, but back then they were using SourceForge, which was like a precursor to GitHub. Anyhow, he invited some other people and gave them access also to the source code for Bitcoin. So one of the people he gave access to was a guy named Greg Maxwell, Luke Jr., and a couple of others. So it'd be like, if I was Satoshi, I gave you the keys to the software repository, then Gavin shared those keys with some other people, and then later on, those other people revoked Gavin's keys and kicked him out of the whole project and basically they hijacked the entire project of Bitcoin. And not only did they revoke Gavin's access after he was nice enough to share his access with them, and again, Gavin received it from Satoshi, they then totally hard forked the entire economic code of the project and basically managed to get control of the main discussion platforms as well. So our Bitcoin on Reddit is a completely censored platform. If you try and tell this story on our Bitcoin, your post will be deleted. If you try and say anything in favor of bigger blocks or scaling on chain, your post will be deleted. And the same is true of BitcoinTalk.org, which are the two biggest discussion platforms for Bitcoin. And in the early days, everybody was of the point of view, let's scale Bitcoin to be cash for the world. It's supposed to be peer-to-peer electronic cash. They started censoring anybody that would post anything like that. And then all the people that were new to Bitcoin only got to hear this store of value narrative and that, Bitcoin's not meant to be used as money and you should just hold your Bitcoin and never use it. And then over time, because all the people with the original voices like myself and Gavin and all the original people, and Brian Armstrong as well, all the original people that were involved in Bitcoin, our voices were silenced on this platform. All the new people that came to Bitcoin, they only heard the new narrative that Bitcoin's a store of value. And then the original adopters and promoters like myself, we became the minority and basically got pushed out of the Bitcoin network. And we found a home with Bitcoin Cash because, as Gavin said, Bitcoin Cash, and he said this publicly, it's on his Twitter feed, Bitcoin Cash is the Bitcoin that he started working on in 2010, a store of value and a medium of exchange. And for me, it's the same thing. Bitcoin Cash is the version of Bitcoin I started working on in January of 2011, a store of value and a medium of exchange. And this whole idea that you can have something just be a store of value all by itself, that's economic nonsense. It's a bunch of people that haven't studied economics if you believe that. In order for something to be usable as a store of value, it must have a secondary use case. If you don't have an additional use case, it's not going to be a store of value. So.
Oh, incredible. But basically, the guy that Satoshi gave the keys to the castle to got kicked out of the castle